The issue we're working on is energy for all in the Anthropocene. So this is about putting sustainable energy on the policy agenda, where it's been kind of lacking over the last decade. It's not been a big concern in climate change negotiations, and it hasn't figured in the Millennium Development Goals. But we think that energy and sustainable energy services for development needs all around the world needs to be much more centrally placed in these negotiations. So SEI is preparing a global energy study where we develop scenarios for world energy supply and demand up to 2050 and how we can meet these global energy requirements within the framework of the planetary boundaries. So within the 2-degree limit target for climate change, within land and water constraints for bioenergy production. This study is not just scenarios, but it also includes case studies of transformation and governance analysis. What types of instruments and measures do we need to move into this transformation phase? And this study will be presented just before the Rio conference in June. So one of our scenarios is called Shared Development Agenda. And this is a scenario in which we try to articulate a world where we have eradicated poverty and where all people around the world can meet their basic needs in terms of energy, but also engage in an economic development process, a meaningful way. This agenda is something that we think needs to be part of the global discussions in Rio and into the future. So what we hope as in terms of outcomes is that we can get the Rio document to fully reflect that energy and sustainable energy services for all is a key development priority for the future, but also that this shapes future pathways in climate change negotiations, which have been stalled partly because they don't directly respond to the core concerns of the governments around the world, which is to secure energy services for development.